Hong Kong's Monster Building is a unique, iconic, and somewhat infamous piece of urban architecture located in the bustling district of Kowloon. It's not a single structure, but rather a complex of interconnected residential towers, making it one of the most visually striking and photographed buildings in the city. The Monster Building nickname comes from its dense, imposing, and somewhat chaotic design, resembling a giant concrete monster looming over the street. It's a prime example of Hong Kong's high-density living, where space is scarce, and buildings are designed to maximize every inch of real estate. Here's a closer look at this fascinating architectural marvel. The Monster Building is located in Yau Ma Tei, Kowloon, one of the busiest districts in Hong Kong. The building complex comprises several interconnected residential towers that rise above the streets, creating a maze-like multi-level structure with narrow walkways, dense apartments, and a highly vertical design. The structure is made up of 4 large buildings: Shun Li Building, Hung Hom Building, Chung King Mansions, and Highland Park. They are often confused as one single building due to their visually integrated nature, but they are technically separate developments. Despite their separate construction, the buildings are linked through a maze of corridors and escalators, which is part of what gives the complex its distinctive, almost labyrinthine character. The design of the Monster Building is a clear reflection of Hong Kong's crowded urban environment. It's a typical example of the city's vertical architecture, a type of architecture born out of necessity in a densely packed, land-scarce area. Buildings in Hong Kong are often stacked upwards rather than sprawling outwards, leading to extremely high-density living conditions. The Monster Building doesn't follow conventional sleek, modern aesthetics like some of Hong Kong's other skyscrapers. Instead, it appears more brutalist in its design, rough, concrete-heavy, and with a somewhat chaotic arrangement of balconies and windows. The stacked and overlapping towers create an almost organic feel, as if they were pieces of a giant puzzle. The sprawling, seemingly haphazard balconies that extend out from the towers are also part of its character, creating a sense of density and sometimes disorder. Why the name Monster Building? The nickname Monster Building comes from its overwhelming size and seemingly chaotic, imposing design. The massive stacked towers that fill every available space of the plot and the way they crowd the streets can feel suffocating or monstrous to some. Some also argue that the monster part of the name comes from the overwhelming number of residents and shops packed into the space, contributing to the monster of activity and noise that characterizes the building. Cultural significance. While the Monster Building may seem intimidating at first glance, it's very much part of the fabric of life in Hong Kong. It's not just a visual symbol of the city's high population density, it also reflects the urban way of life, living and working in the same space with cramped conditions and a constant buzz of activity. It represents the challenges of living in a major global city where real estate is at a premium and vertical living is the only way to accommodate so many people. The Monster Building has also gained fame for its role in pop culture, especially in photography and film. Its unique design has made it a popular spot for photographers and filmmakers looking to capture Hong Kong's contrast of tradition and modernity, and the intersection of people and architecture. It's been featured in several movies, TV shows, and commercials, adding to its mystique and allure. It's often depicted as an example of the extreme density of Hong Kong, where the boundaries between home, business, and public space blur. It's also become a hotspot for Instagram photographers and urban explorers, attracted to its gritty, raw energy. The way the building's design appears to devour the streets below gives it an almost cinematic quality, making it a visual metaphor for Hong Kong's relentless urbanization. Living in the Monster Building. As one might imagine, living in such a dense, compact space comes with both pros and cons. On the positive side, the Monster Building is incredibly convenient, with easy access to restaurants, stores, and transportation, all tightly packed into the complex. It's a self-contained community in many ways, where residents don't need to leave the area to access daily essentials. The building's proximity to the Mong Kok and Yau Ma Tei metro stations means that it's easy for residents to get around the city, even though the space itself can sometimes feel congested. On the downside, the building's crowded design can feel overwhelming and chaotic, with narrow hallways, crowded staircases, and a lack of privacy. With so many people living in the same space, the noise and activity can be constant. In conclusion, Hong Kong's monster building is a testament to the city's remarkable urban development, where every inch of space is used, and high-density living is the norm. It might seem overwhelming, chaotic, and even monstrous at first, but it also provides a unique and authentic slice of Hong Kong life, where the boundaries between public and private blur and the city pulses with a constant, unrelenting energy. If you ever visit Hong Kong and want to see the real face of urban living, the Monster Building is one spot you shouldn't miss. Whether you're looking at it from a distance, snapping a photo, or even wandering through its corridors to experience the city's vertical life firsthand. What do you think of the Monster Building? Would you want to live in such a dense, urban environment, or does it feel overwhelming? Do you think buildings like this are a reflection of Hong Kong's unique urban challenges? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Hong Kong's most iconic and unusual buildings, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We explore the world's most fascinating cities, hidden spots, and architectural wonders, and you won't want to miss the next adventure. Join us on this journey. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story.